Let me tell you, there's no downbeat mood here this morning. Really looking forward to this Arsenal versus Manchester United match. And I've got to be honest, a touch of giddiness as well. The live chat's already popping off in there. Lots of optimism that Manchester United can actually get the win today. Get your thoughts and opinions in the chat. Any questions, because we will discuss them throughout today's video. Big shout out to everyone out there that smashes that like button and supports the channel. Touch of giddiness today. How about you?
Lots of giddiness, not a touch. Listen, we was going to do a live stream yesterday afternoon, and I convinced Kieran, don't do a live stream. Liverpool are going to get beat. It'll look a lot different tomorrow if we do a live. And look at us now. Opportunity knocks. Now, for me, I'm happy. I do believe United have got a chance against Arsenal. But after beating Liverpool, there is now a bigger incentive. Top four, is it possible? Every time we've had a top four opportunity, we've wasted it. But me, I am giddy today.
Fred Cranham is gifted, 10 memberships. Absolute legend. Fred the Red, the 10 people have been gifted them memberships. Big thank you to Fred. XXR says, I'm so excited for today's game. 1-1 at half-time, 3-1 at full-time. Big bounce into the top four.
Well, I've got to give him a prediction on the back of that comment. I'm going 1-1 with 20 minutes to go. And then United go for it. I do believe Arsenal, there is an opportunity there. They don't know which way to turn. Attack, defend. Last two games, 0-0, Liverpool, and away to Forest. So for me, Arsenal have already won the league, put the knot over the line, and that is creating big, big pressure for them. They're not sure what to do, in my view.
The media as well, I think they've been really, really quiet on Manchester United this week as well.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after that performance that we put in against Manchester City last weekend.
Listen, last weekend's performance has shut everyone up. The haters, where are they? The pundits, they're all quiet. They can see something. Now, that same team, if it's out today, has to go for it. And everyone can see the performance last week against City was bang on. 90 minutes, always attacking, always defending as a unit. For me, people out there are ill. And now I mean ill. There's some United fans still got doubt. They're looking at today. Turn it on today. Get a result today. And people who are doubting United, who are United fans, they will start believing. I'm already believing because I believed Liverpool would get beat yesterday. So I'm going for my second day. Today, 1-1. 20 minutes to go, and then United on the attack and pinch it.
I mean, let me know what you think out there, but surely you can't change that starting 11 that started against Manchester City.
Oh, no, there's no way. There's no way. Listen, if you was a player last week in that starting 11 and you got dropped today, you would be really, really disappointed. I don't see how we can change it. And at the end of the day, the players are fighting for the places and the future. So that performance last week, them same 11 players, start again. On the bench, the players will be ready to come on. They will be enthusiastic with that performance last week, and they want to get on. And that's what you want to see. So for me, I have no doubt whatsoever that starting 11 will be the same.
For me, I mean, Bruno Fernandes is up there as well, but Bryan Mbeumo, some people out there might suggest that he's been our best player this season. And I look across the Arsenal forward line right now, especially in the last 6 games or so, and I wouldn't swap any of them for Bryan Mbeumo. Not one of them.
No, listen, I've talked about Mbeumo, and I did say it. A few fans scoffed at me, but it won't be for the first time. But I did say Mbeumo's the best signing since Bruno Fernandes. And you look at the goal he scored, you look at his performance, he's the man. And I think he will go Arsenal today. He will run through the channels. The balls will come through. There's no two ways about it. The way United are going to play, they play on the front foot, going forward, early ball, and Mbeumo is the top man. And I think he will be the star man today, to be honest.
Yeah, we will look to counter Arsenal at every opportunity with the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad as well, linking up with Mbeumo. But Dorgu, I mean, he was immense in my opinion last week, and he's actually been really good, I think, over the last 4 to 6 games as well in the Manchester United shirt. It's definitely his best period at the moment playing for Manchester United since he's...
Yeah, well, if you go back a month, he was having a bit of a tough time, even getting criticised by the manager at the time. saying he was worried and all that.
Said he was playing with anxiety, or he was anxious on the ball, but
yeah, well,
just shows you what a different formation looks like.
Well, the last couple of games he's played really well, so I'll give him that. Hope it continues, but the same with every player. Everyone is hoping that the players' standards don't drop. Now, we've got the standards there. That we've got 16 games with today, and you've got to say that is the standard, and there's players wanting to come on. And that's why I want that same team on, because they've got to prove themselves. And I think some of the players there on the bench will be sort of like going, come on, get me on there, get me. But that is what you want. We've all been worried about the bench, but I think the bench there now will be snapping to get on there, which is good, because that last 20 minutes is going to be so vital.
Yeah, you talk about coming off the bench. Cunha and Mason Mount, they come on against Manchester City and they look good. You know, the intensity levels or the quality didn't drop them. What we've seen really throughout the start of this season, you know, when subs would change, you know, it didn't really give us any bite into the game.
Listen, I look at the game, right, and I look at it from a fan's point of view, and some fans aren't convinced. And quite rightly, I've got to go along with that. I'm not convinced. I think today's performance will go a long way to changing a lot of people's minds. Listen, you don't go away to Arsenal expecting to win. But what it is, it's the pressure what Arsenal have got. And I know what Arsenal will do today, right? They will do, like, watch the antics, as I say. Watch the antics. Watch the rolling about. There's pressure on Arsenal. They'll be pressurising the ref. Seen it loads of time. But one thing United have to do is stop the wing play. That's what they have to do. Let them play about on the edge of the area, 25, 30 yards away, crossing the ball sideways. That's what you want to see. But once the ball goes out wide, like it did against City, jump on them, crowd them out, stop the play. That's what I want to see. So going away to Arsenal, you can't expect to win, but there is an opportunity there because of the way they played against City. Stop the wing play, and I think you might see a bit of a shock today.
Chris says the only worry is getting overpowered in midfield at the Emirates. I think around the halfway line, United will, well, look to sit in like a mid-block, so to speak. You know, and once they come over that halfway line, then jump into Arsenal's midfield. But I do think they'll let them have the ball in certain areas and then look to counter with the likes of Bruno, Mbeumo, Dorgu, Ahmad.
Just stop them coming through the middle like they did against City. If it's the same setup, the same players, they'll know exactly what to do. The ball goes out wide against City. The ball will go out wide against Arsenal. That's their danger men. And United will be set up for it. Same as against Manchester City. Ready to stop and interfere with their midfield. Let them have the ball 40, 30 yards away. But it's when it goes out wide, you can't have them getting behind you because Arsenal will come running into the box. That's how United have got to play today. Play as a unit and then just stop them. Stop them on the edge of the area out wide. Let them have the ball out there. What they're going to do with it? Not going to do anything with it as far as I'm concerned.
Mata says, Fred, same team from Carrick will suggest to me he is not a tactical mastermind and relies on straightforward option. That's probably the worst opinion that I've seen in a very long time, to be honest with you, my mate. But, you know, you keep getting your opinions and comments in. Razvang, thanks for your super chat, mate. What do you think about the performance against City? Improvements beyond our wildest dreams, ? Scoring for fun.
Well, I
think you're having a bit of fun as well, aren't you, with that super chat?
Yeah, well, I think we'll score today. I cannot see United not scoring. The amount of chances they create, they're right up there as one of the best in the league. And today, Arsenal will give us opportunities because I think at some point they'll come out at us first early doors in that first half, but then United will contain it and then United will grow into the game. So for me, opportunities will come, but it's a matter of taking them. And I think this team will. And this team has every right to start again. The same team as against Manchester City. That's what you want. Because no player would want to be dropped after that game. So there will be a fight. There will be an intensity. There will be a togetherness. Listen, the crowd at Old Trafford last week, the players, they were all one. Now, as I said earlier on, they've all gone quiet. The pundits, the haters, they can see something with that same tactics. I don't see anything wrong with them tactics. It suits them players. Absolutely, perfectly.
I'm not confident, though, today that the big surprise or a shock for me would be if United actually didn't get on the score sheet. And I know Arsenal's back four is best in the league, very well drilled, but the way United look when they're counter-attacking and the way they're attacking now, even in that just the one game with Carrick, I mean, every single player will be going in there with confidence today, thinking, I can get on the score sheet today.
I think that's the only shock I look at, that United don't score. If United don't score today, I will be absolutely shocked. Yeah. You know, you look at Sesko, 3 goals in 2 games. He's on the bench. If he comes on, there's a player. There's a player who's scoring goals. You've got Mbumo there. You've also got Ahmad, okay? Ahmad scores goals. He comes in on the blind side. And if Mason Mount comes on, he will create havoc in and around the box. So for me, you've always got Bruno there as well. Bruno, I mean, his goal scoring tally since he's been here is just unbelievable as far as I'm concerned. So for me, the threat of scoring goals is right there.
Yeah, Bruno, I think, is leading the charts as well for chances created and assists at the moment in this Premier League season. And, you know, Lisandro Martinez took a lot of criticism before that Manchester City game by ex-players, ex-legends from the club. And you're expecting him to put another performance in like we've seen against Manchester City, surely?
Well, I'm looking at players there expecting to put in a performance like the City game, and I look at Harry Maguire, and there's a goal threat. A goal threat at Maguire
from
corners, set pieces, and that. Yes, Arsenal have got their set pieces. We know what to expect from them, but United from set pieces are doing really well. So for me, Harry Maguire is a bigger threat than a lot of people are thinking. So for me, threats all around the field.
It's probably more of a goal threat than Gyökeres. I mean, I'm expecting really Arteta to probably drop Gyökeres, put him on the bench and start Jesus instead.
Well, I look at Arteta and Arsenal fans are happy with him, and I can't believe it. Yes, he makes changes and that, and it does baffle some people. But it's with Arteta over the last couple of games, you know, 2-0-0s. That's not a team what's really confident going forward. Yes, we know they can defend. That's fine, but they let Liverpool at the Emirates. They just let them have the ball. They didn't really get the shots in, and a poor result going away to Forest. So Arteta's under pressure, never mind the players. So for me, I just look at it today, and it's about nerves. Who can do it? And I think the nerves have set in on Arsenal. There's no nerves here with me, and there shouldn't be any nerves out there with anyone. You're going to Arsenal, you're going to take it to Arsenal. That performance last week showing you that Carrick can get this team going at them. And it doesn't matter if we go a goal down. What do Arsenal do if they're 1-0 up? Did they just open up and go for another? No, they don't. And as United, they will create opportunities and they will go forward. So for me, it's a win-win today. Absolutely win-win. Get that team out there, get them fighting, and just create chances. And I think Arsenal at some point will buckle.
You look at the game where we played them in the first game of the season, wasn't it, at Old Trafford, and how they scored that goal. You look at our goalkeeper that day, Bayinde. I know we're talking about all the positive bits that we're going to see today, the attacking stats, but Le Mans, I think he's got a big part to play. When you look at our Arsenal, you know, with set pieces, corners, so he's got to be brave today, and he needs to be calm and composed as well.
Well, I think he is brave. I don't think there's any question about his bravery in that. And then when you talk about crosses, free kicks, what Arsenal pump into us, what's the worry? I've not seen anything to worry me for him coming out and challenging for the ball, collecting it and just punching it out. I've no worries on that basis. And I think today, if Martinez and Harry Maguire are there, I don't see any worries there. I think United are confident. I just look at it and it's Arsenal worry me with their tactics today. That if they don't score early on, that's when they'll get in the ref's ear. Seen it time and time again.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, I've just mentioned Arteta. He'll be on the sideline, throwing a bit of a wobbler, do you know what I mean? Trying to influence. And that's part of Arsenal's game, influencing the officials.
It'll be how they stop us, though, counter-attacking, I think, because they're very good as well with these little tactical fouls as well, stopping United from breaking, especially if they've looked at the game last week, which we'd have expected.
Well, to be champions, you have to have that devil in you, and you have to stop the opposition, and you have to be sly at it. I mean, Manchester City are one of the best at it, so I think they've copied them. But United won't worry about that. If they get fouled, they get fouled. I look at this game, and I say to myself, if it ends up a draw, for Arsenal, it will feel like a loss. It will feel like a loss. And like I say, going to Arsenal expecting to win, you know, you shouldn't really be expecting that. But what it is, I go with my prediction. I go with 1-1 with 20 minutes to go. And then anything can happen. But an Arsenal draw today, you'll have a meltdown. You'll have a meltdown down there because they need a win. 2 draws, not scoring a goal. Yes, they've not conceded. But today, they are worried. And I look at, and I go back to it, all the pundits and everybody, they're all quiet. And the Arsenal fans, their attitude has changed. Their attitude has changed, right? Because they can see that United have got something and that they can play football and that they can compete. And all it needed was just to change the system, change the manager, and look where we are. We're all optimistic.
Like we mentioned Dorgu before.
No, we're all giddy.
Giddy. Expectancy. But Dorgu, going back to him, I mean, you're looking at the defensive role he'll have today, helping Luke Shaw out, you know, to deal with Saka. But also then going forward, I think Timber has probably been one of their best players this season. He looks a real player to me, Timber. So it's going to be difficult for Dorgu to get any crosses in, get behind him as well today. Because he's, like I say, I think he's a top right back.
I don't think it'll be difficult. I don't think it'll be difficult. I've got no worries about this team.
Yeah.
You know, you're pinpointing Dorgu, and then you've got to look on the right. Okay, I've no worries about this team today. The work rate getting behind. They're set up to get behind. They're set up to be on the front foot and get behind their defence. And I think United, in a lot of the game, will push them back. And I've got no worries about Dorgu getting back, helping out Luke Shaw. I've got no worries about Ahmad getting back, helping out Delo. Yes, and I know a lot of people are worried about Delo. I'm worried about Delo. But if he puts in the same game as he did against City, then we've got no worries. All you want for Delo is when he goes forward is to get a better ball. Sometimes it's a bit wayward, but at the back, he has to be right on. And if it's Martinelli down that wing, he has to be right on him and stop him and push him out.
You'll be expecting to Delo, though, as well, to be doing the long throws for United from, like, set pieces.
You expect that, do you know what I mean? I mean, a footballer, you can't.
Do you think we've got to use that, though, Delo with his long throws? You've seen it under Ruben Amorim, haven't you?
You've got to use it, like, but do you know what I mean? It's a bit rich, like trying to rely on Delo with throw-ins. I think it's getting up there. I think it's the ball playing skills, the first time balls. That's what you've got to see. And Casemiro today.
Would you be tempted, though, to start Mazraoui instead of Delo?
No, I won't start anyone. I've told you, and I'm telling you out there. There's no changes. Not in my opinion. There should not be any changes. These players should be right up for it. Right up for it. And them on the bench should be right up for it. How can you change that team? One of the best performances anyone's seen, and you want to change the team? I don't see how anyone would want to change that team. I just don't.
Chris says White will play right back, Timber left back. As an Arsenal fan, thanks for that update, mate. Yeah, I'd prefer Ben White in there, to be quite honest with you.
I couldn't care less about him.
Yeah, I know. Is it Calafiori? Is he injured at the moment? Or is doubt over this game? Let me know what the updated news is on him, mate. But I thought that Skelly might play left back today. But obviously, you being an Arsenal fan, you know more than me.
I think the one thing about Arsenal today, what you look at, and midweek Champions League game away from home, yes, they've got a great win. There's no two ways about that. So you've got to say, will there be a drop-off? And how many times have we seen it when we've been in Europe and that we've complained about a drop-off in a game? And you've seen it again. So I look at Arsenal and think to myself, they will be worried, especially the Arsenal fans, that they don't want to have a drop-off, but it does happen. I don't know why, but it does happen. So that'll be interesting to see.
Aidan Heaven scoring a late-headed winner would be hilarious from Stephanie. That would be, wouldn't it? But any player, to be honest with you, with a late winner, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, I understand the connection with Aidan Evans, you know what I mean? That would be brilliant for the kid. But will we see him come on It's all down to fitness, really. Harry Maguire, his fitness, his body, we hear about him talking. Will he be able to last the 90 minutes? Will Martinez be able to last the 90 minutes? But listen, if they're in there and they're fighting and that, then as far as I'm concerned, you keep them on the pitch. We've seen too many changes with that back four over the last year or so. So for me, solid today. Keep at it, 90 minutes.
Jay Fader says, Arteta is generally out of his technical area halfway down the pitch refereeing the game. I don't even know how he gets away with it.
No,
I really don't. It's week in, week out.
I don't know how he gets away with it, but I think them antics today will put pressure, right, on the players, on the Arsenal players today. Because if he's running around like an headless chicken, right, it puts pressure on. He'll be demanding more and more. And some of these players, it might just get on top of him. It's got on top of him the last 2 games they've played because they've not been able to play with freedom. And that is a problem. And that is pressure. They want to win the league. And I do believe they will win the league because the other teams below them just aren't putting the challenge up. Your Liverpool, your City. Don't think Aston Villa will carry on putting in a challenge. So for me, it's just a matter of getting it over the line. And I think that's the approach Arsenal have done in the last 2 Premier League games. Let's just get over the line. And they've got over the line with a point. They've not been free-flowing football. And it will be very difficult for Manchester United today to hold on to an Arsenal side what's free-flowing. And you can't take it away from Arsenal. Once they come at you, once they're flowing, and it's just all out down the wings, through the middle, right? It's very difficult. But I think United today will jump on them.
I mean, a chance as well to get back-to-back wins. I mean, who would have imagined this, that we're in a position... I absolutely smashed City last week, go to the Emirates today, and if we was to get another 3 points, I mean, the first 2 games under Carrick there, I mean, you wouldn't have guessed it, would you?
Well, you look further forward to that. If that happens today and we do get the 3 points, then you've got to look at, hang on a minute, what's the bigger game? Well, I think Fulham will end up the bigger game because we have to do teams like that, and we failed in the past.
The momentum, right? The intensity.
Well, that's it. You've got City, you've got Arsenal. If we get 3 points today, unbelievable, unbelievable. And then you sort of have to say, well, hang on a minute, the Fulham game's a bigger game because we're at home, and teams like Fulham and that come to Old Trafford and just like take it to us, and we struggle to get the points. Yeah. So for me, getting 3 points today, very, very tough. And I think it'll be in the balance, as I keep repeating myself, in the last 20 minutes. So it can go either way.
I mean, even coming away from the Emirates with a point today, still a great start under Michael Carrick.
Getting a point today would be fantastic. Yeah. Getting a point today would be fantastic. But what it is, we've got a top 4 opportunity, right? It's a top 4 opportunity by beating Arsenal at the Emirates. And when do you see that? You don't see it. Scoring against Arsenal, you don't often see it. So we've got everything against us, but the belief is there by everyone, and the belief is there by the haters, because the haters are quiet and the pundits are quiet because they can see that United just might pull it out the bag here today, and quite right.
Mark says Kobbie Mainoo will run that midfield today. He'll be up for it with the chance back in the team.
I think the team will run that midfield today. It's a team effort today. It's not an individual thing. And I get it, Mainoo had a good game last week, right? Let's hope he puts in a good game today like everybody else. But it's a team performance, because that's what I seen against City. The team worked for each other. They were on the front foot. They fought for everything. They spoke to each other. But what they did, they worked together. It wasn't one man going out for a ball. It wasn't one man trying to stop someone. It was a team working to stop them coming through the middle. It was a team effort stopping them coming down the line. So I think they're concentrating on one player, because I couldn't tell you who was man of the match last week, because they all played at the same level. And that's what you want. Yes, there were some outstanding occasions in the game from individual players, but as a team, they were perfect. And that's what you want today.
Yeah, I think last week, there's a lot of optimism going into this game, because it wasn't just bright spells from United during that 90 minutes against City. It was a 90-minute performance, and we've not seen one of them in a very, very long time.
And to get 2 on the trot, and especially at Arsenal away, my God, That's fingers crossed. But it's an Arsenal side who are a tough side. But, as you say, the team has to play together because the team is playing for the future. They're playing for their future. Casemiro, we know his future. Harry Maguire, what's his future? We don't really know.
You just mentioned Casemiro. I was going to ask you this as well. We all know now it's official. Casemiro's leaving at the end of the season. Are you worried at all that he could maybe take his eye off the ball a little bit now from today's game until the end of the season because his future's going to lie elsewhere?
If he was going to take his eye off the ball, he knew before the City game. He knew before the City game where he was going to be. He's known for a long time where he's going to be. And when you put in a performance like he did, right, and when you receive an ovation like I've not seen a United player get it for a long time at Old Trafford, right, you are not dropping your standards. He is going to perform.
Way 6 says Ahmad is about to cause a madness. 3-1 Manchester United. A lot of he's getting involved as well with positivity on your score predictions, etc.
Well, I look at Ahmad. Ahmad will cause problems.
Yeah.
But then you've also got to look at if he gets brought off, Shea Lacey comes on. Now, there's something for you. Shea Lacey go to Arsenal. Okay, yes, we know he got sent off. If he's in the squad, I'm not too sure if he's in the squad. I think he is, right? But the thing is, if Shea Lacey comes on, what a buzz that'll give. Okay, so we have got a bench. We have got a bench what can bring surprises. And I think that last 20 minutes will bring surprises. I don't think United will sit for the last 20 minutes trying to hold on to a draw if that's the situation. I just don't see that. And I think Arsenal know that. And I think the pressure might get to Arsenal the last 20 minutes. When you're bringing on a kid like Shea Lacey, okay, who can turn it on? We've seen it. We've seen it in little cameos he's done, right? Just wants to shoot every time. But I'll tell you what, he's got some shot on him. And he does hit the target.
Yeah, a lot of you's also thinking and agreeing with yourself about Casemiro. You know, he's a model professional and, you know, generally the community think that there's no worries going forward, you know, especially when you look at the performance he gave against City.
He's a proper professional. Absolutely proper professional. Yes, his legs have always looked as though they've gone. I've said it continually now. But in this system, just seems to work well at the moment. So let's hope it can, because it's compact. Yeah. He doesn't have to worry, right, about a player going past him because he knows there's somebody there. Whereas before, it was wide open. And we didn't see United wide open. And you don't want to see United wide open today. But Casemiro, like I say, he's known for a long time. And he put in that performance. Absolutely top notch for a man of his age and a man whose legs aren't as fast as they were 5 years ago.
Really looking forward to the game. Definitely a lot of giddiness right now, where he had a touch of giddiness at the start of the stream. A lot of positivity in the chat.
What's
been absolutely popping off today. I'm going to go 2-1 United.
2-1?
Yeah, I think there's going to be... I won't be surprised if it's 0-0 at half-time, and then there's goals in the second half.
I think it'll be a battle in the first half.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a battle. It might be... Yeah, definitely be a battle. Games being played, mainly by Arsenal, as I see it, try to con the ref and all that.
The only thing is, for me, what I've got a thought about is in the back of my head of it might start like it did at Anfield against Liverpool, where on the score sheet within a couple of minutes, you know, where we just start straight away attacking on the front foot.
I think we will do that. I think we will do that. Yeah. We might get a goal.
I hope so anyway.
Well, you only look at City game. Let's have a look at the City game, for instance.
Yeah.
We should have scored early on. Harry Maguire hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
So imagine what that game would have been like if we'd have got that goal. But if United get that early goal, right, which I can't believe I'm actually saying it. How many times have United conceded early? You know what I mean? If you look back, you know, I've smashed my head against the wall sometimes, not believing, right, how lax they are to start a game at the beginning of a game and also at the second half. So as a team, I don't see that happening. But if we get that early goal, that'll be absolutely fantastic. But then again, if Arsenal get an early goal, there's a problem for Arsenal as I see it from a tactical point of view. What did they do then? Did they carry on all out? Did they open up? No, they'll keep hold of the ball. Well, if they keep hold of the ball at the back, right, and play it about, that gives United an opportunity. So I'm not worried if in that first half Arsenal score first, because it will give United an opportunity to push on them, because they will try and hold it and break away Arsenal. That's how I see it. Now, have I got the best tactical skills in the world? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. But I just see it as a team effort. So for me, Arsenal score. I will not be panicking. I will not be panicking. Yeah. It will be Arsenal panicking. What does Arteta do? Does he keep pushing them forward? They need the win. They'll go 1-0. Yeah. They'll take a 1-0 right now. The Arsenal fans will take a 1-0 right now. So at 1-0, what did they do? Well, I think they'll just try and hold on to that 1-0, which will be good for United with all the attacking options. But hey, you're going 2-1. Yeah. I'm going 1-1 with 20 minutes to go. Yeah,
we can give our score predictions. A lot of you's already given yours. I just want to see a high intensity from Manchester United, risk-taking and bravery, again, from all the players on the pitch. And, you know, doesn't matter what the score is then at the end of the game. If I see that today, I'm then more confident going into the remaining games of the season that they can actually get some momentum as well. Yeah, you'll see all that. There's no two ways about it. Yeah. The buzz, the feel, all around Manchester, inside Carrington, Old Trafford, the lot, it's there. I can't see him sort of like going lower than the standards. And the standards have been set. But the thing is, are you convinced, those fans out there, right, who doubt, who just see the City game as a one-off, will you be, that's what I'm asking you, those doubters out there who are United fans, will you be convinced that this is a different United and they've got a chance going forward? If we get a win today, I don't see how you can't be convinced, because if you get a win today, and remember it's at Arsenal, you don't win at Arsenal. I think it's going to be a lot of drama as well today. I think it's more in the second half, like we've just discussed. Possible penalties or penalties that should have been given, possible red cards as well, because it does have everything when United go to the Emirates. But let us know what your thoughts and opinions are. The live chat's been popping off. Continue it Thank you. In the comment section. Smash that like button as well to help support the channel and today's video. And we'll be straight back after the game with a match reaction. So come and join us, get your opinions in there and get that notification on. Enjoy your day and we'll see you again later on. Much love. Thank you. Come on, United. Come on. Come on.